We are back live.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Medium and the Raw Live tonight.
I'm Steve Christian of Local Haunts.
I'm Pamela Theresa.
That's Pamela Theresa.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Let's check our
do a
audio.
little sound check.
Let's make sure we got sound up in this joint. Always a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got sound up in here.
Oh, we do.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Yes.
Actually, I'm glad we're doing it Friday. We were supposed to go live last night, but things didn't work out. So we're live tonight. As promised, a day late, but hey, we're here.
Absolutely. It's not necessarily late. We talked about Mondays or Tuesdays and Thursdays unless we got bumped, and we got bumped.
We got bumped.
We got bumped.
We did the bump.
So what have you been up to in your world? Drop some conversations in the chat. We love that. Also, too, there's a couple of announcements here, y'all. First of all, welcome. Thank you. Go to mediumwiththeraw.com and join our spiritual community. I am going to be rolling out. Hello, this is super exciting. The Remember You course starting this Sunday. So for the next 8 Sundays, you have me. And it's a beautiful spiritual awareness and empowerment course. I tell you what, it's going to be pretty freaking cool. So what you have to do is you have to join the community, mediumandtheraw.com. And then when you get on in there, you'll see free access. Join the Remember You course. And it's going to be live Zoom 8 Sundays, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next 8 Sundays. So it's pretty fantastic.
Wow.
Remember who you are. Know thyself and all will be revealed. It's a beautiful spiritual awareness and empowerment course that I created with the help of the spirit world. This is pretty cool. Or actually, the spirit world created with the help of me. Me, the idiot, just kicking it out.
You're the spirit world puppet.
And so that's pretty exciting. So that's my news and update.
Awesome.
I go to PamelaTheresa.com if you'd like to schedule a session with me. I do video sessions too as well.
I put the link in the comments.
Absolutely. And so if you are local, we have our beautiful studio down in Neptune Beach. That's pretty cool. Also, too, for my local peeps, as a little treat, I do make the Heavenly Traveler journals, and I do that. That's my meditative state, basically. So if you are local, since you took the time to drive out to see me, you get a Heavenly Traveler journal. Now, whichever rendition I'm working on at the time. So I go through different renditions. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No two are the same.
No two are the same. Well, yeah, and different styles rather. So that's pretty exciting.
It's pretty cool.
I love that.
Because you want to keep track of the spiritual breadcrumb trail that's going to be laid out for you during your session. All sessions are recorded, by the way, so you get a copy of that to listen.
Audio recorded, video recorded.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of wondering what the topic would be tonight, and I've got a few things that have been rolling through me. So remember, if you're watching on the replay, even though you didn't catch us live, I am a medium, and so it's kind of like a group read, although you may not know it to be the case because I'm the idiot and I'm just talking like in conversation. But remember, I work with the spirit world. And like, I am nothing without them. And so when babbles come out of my mouth and you're sitting there going, oh, wow, that's very interesting. That seems to pertain to me. Well, that's because your loved ones, who I call the Heavenly Travelers, they knew that you'd be watching this. And, if it piques your interest, if it really touches you in the heart, take notes.
To get you right in the field.
And so whether you're live or in the replay, it still is evergreen.
Yeah.
It really, truly is.
It really is.
But there's a couple of topics. The spirit world was saying, hey, you should talk about this, or you should talk about that. And I'm like, should I talk about this and that?
Just for the record, we don't discuss ahead of time what we're going to talk about. It's just completely spontaneous. We go live, and then whatever they say talk about, we talk about.
Oh, so. Yes. I want to talk about the comment section.
The comment section?
We're having a little bit of fun. And, there's always going to be spiritual growth no matter where you are.
Oh, that comment section.
There's always going to be light and dark. And we came back and we started working on building our YouTube channel again. So that's another most fantastic announcement here. We're coming up on 3,000 subscribers. So hey, make sure you like and subscribe.
Absolutely. If you haven't already subscribed, it's free.
Exactly.
But it really helps the channel. Once you get to 3,000 subscribers, YouTube kind of like lets you be seen more. So we're getting close to the 3,000 threshold. So
yes,
push us over the edge.
That's pretty exciting. And we want to talk about the comment section because we're really grateful for those of y'all who take the time to actually comment and share your experiences and put your feedback in as far as how you felt about the short. Lately, Stephen's been doing a lot of shorts. Those really cool clips from shows.
I'm wearing shorts right now.
You're wearing shorts. It's really cool. It's kind of fun. I can hear him back here in the editing suite, giggling, laughing, and just reads can be interesting, can't they?
They can. And so can my outtakes.
But one thing that we do, and we made the decision to do some time ago, is we monitor the comment section.
Yeah.
Because we want the space to be uplifting and healing. And I do know, as a YouTube watcher myself, that I do go through comments on videos that I watch, because I love community and I love when people engage in such like that. And where there are certain areas where opinions are welcome, opinions of a dark nature, but that's not going to be the case on our YouTube channel.
No.
And we've been really fortunate in that there's been very few and far between. But you might notice that when you make a comment on our channel that it has to be, what's the word?
Approved.
It has to be approved.
The stamp of approval.
Has to be approved by the prudes.
And there's another really good reason for that, because we've been in the past, like on our other social media, like Instagram, for example, you were copy impersonated. People were impersonating you. So we're trying to avoid stuff like that from happening, or spammers, or it's to protect you too, so.
Absolutely. Yeah. But it was more about the stream of energy and the vibrational current, the frequency of our channel. And we're highly protective of it. And so where everybody's opinion is valued, there really is a time and place. So just imagine if a friend of yours invited you to their house. And so look at our YouTube channel as kind of like our home, if you will. Or a better example would be a public place. Like if we were to go into a store or a business or whatnot, we would affect the energy of that space.
Right. And
they have other clients, other customers and such like that. Would you walk into the store and make an ass out of yourself and start screaming?
These prices are too high.
And start really creating havoc? Most likely not.
You'd be escorted out of the facility.
Yeah, and it affects what's going on. Of course, there are plenty of YouTube channels where debate is necessary, and it's really cool to do that. But that's not the space here. So I really want to share with you that you can feel safe in the community here, whether it be on our YouTube channel or our Medium in the Raw spiritual community, because we really do protect that. And quite frankly, I've made the decision in my life that I'm not open for abuse.
Exactly.
Yes. So it's really important, because I don't care how tough you are. When people spew really horrible, hateful words, it gets you in the feels. It makes you take a step back and go, okay, what could I do to help them understand that I'm not a bad person? Hey, Janelle, how are you?
Jennifer,
Janelle, I don't know where the hell that came from. Jennifer, how are you doing, sweetie? Thank you. So it's really interesting, though, that words have so much power.
They do.
And impact. And so you go through a variety of emotions of when somebody says something nasty to you and really directs it at you, and especially when it is a perfect stranger.
Yeah.
And so in our life, because we've lived a lot of life where we're really quite organized, and we're not in the mood for assholes. And so
trolls not welcome.
We're basically in the space of we don't like anybody to harsh our mellow, and we want to be around loving, caring. We understand people go through. My job as a medium, I see people at their worst, and so we are there. So we're not afraid of the darkness at all. But that's a different energy than when somebody's actually throwing abuse or hurtling insults. And by the way, that affects the energy of the channel, and it affects the energy of if you are reading it too as well.
Right.
And so there's really nothing much to do except for to I watched a video today and where somebody was talking about how their spiritual teacher taught them years ago that as an empath, it's really good to, uh, it's really a validation for me because I've been saying for the longest time, medium in the raw. Yeah, I don't really give a shit. But basically, her way of saying it was, it's none of my business. And I really thought about that. And when you actually look at the world around you, and if you start really, rather than my way of like, I don't give a shit, I'll say, that's really none of my business. I really like that way more, actually, because when you think about it, watching news, how does that affect me? It's none of my business.
Yeah.
Or what's going on in the world. It's really none of my business. How is it going to affect me? It's so actually, if we're engaging in something that's not really or should not really affect us and our energies, that affect, I mean, seriously, it will tank you quickly.
Right.
When you engage, or not even engage, but if you really get sucked into that negative, pissy energy, right? So from now on, practice this. If somebody says something snarky to you, or if you're falling down a hole and maybe watching too much news or whatnot, just really let it flow through you. That's really none of my business. Why? Because really, what can you do about it?
Yeah.
And is it really affecting you?
Why give your energy to something you can't change?
You can't change.
Yeah.
And so, because it's really hard to get up, it can be like that depressed state. And so what we want to do is raise our frequency and raise our vibrational current, really. And we want to feel better. We want to feel joy. We want to feel peace. Garbage in, garbage out. So if we're engaging in drama, if we're engaging in negative talk, and look, life is hard. We don't have to go looking for this shit. It finds us. Literally, life, y'all know it. You've been in the game of life long enough to know that you just be whistling while you work, and a storm flies in and changes everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And so yeah, we are responsible and we take care of it and we hit dark patches. But if we don't have to go through a dark patch, it's none of our business. Right? So that's the message. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, there was a Tales from the Crypt episode years ago.
I love that show, Tales from the Crypt.
And it was like an episode where a psychiatrist was like working with somebody who was like really problemed. And his thing was ignore it.
I like that. Mine's like, I don't give a shit. But I like the idea of it's none of my business. Hey, Sandy, how's it going? It's so great to reconnect with you too. Hi, Ruthie. How are you? Excellent. So great to see ya. So that being said, where I told you that we're actually monitoring the comments here in our YouTube, I want you to know that you're in a safe space and that you're not going to be all of a sudden bombarded by any sort of drama.
We're not going to feed the trolls.
It's really more in that way of we want to keep the energy in a space that actually reflects the messages and the reads. And to also too, one way to look at this, so many of the videos that we're creating here are actual reads that I had with live events. They're actually real people who are dealing with grief, dealing with loss. And it really was their loved ones who were coming through as per validated, because you'll see the validations. And this is another reason why we really protect the comment section, because we would be disrespecting those who are actually standing up there vulnerable in that way, allowing the spirit world to deliver messages to them. And I don't want them coming across the comments of somebody saying something snarky or rude, because that is sacred ground. So again, all that being said, don't forget to subscribe and follow our YouTube channel, because there's lots of content. Go to our Medium in the Raw spiritual community, because I have the spiritual course coming up every Sunday for the next 8 weeks, mediumintheraw.com. You'll go in there and you'll sign up for the Remember You course and know that you're always going to be in a safe space with us. And if you have a dark day, come right along, because we're going to lift you up. We will protect you as best we can from negative Nellies.
Exactly.
And that's what we're all about too.
Yeah, the purpose of this channel is to enlighten. So don't come in here turning our light bulbs off. We're trying to brighten this place up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's like you said, it's trolls, people that are just kind of
Some
like,
people just love to spew shit through their keyboard. That's
well,
what they do.
and it's unfortunate because you go through a range of emotions when you see comments like that. And it seems like I'm making a big deal. We not have very many at all.
No,
but I wanted to address
it's
it
a
with
small
y'all.
percentage,
I
actually.
didn't want you to feel scared. Let's see. What did she say?
She says, hi.
Well, hi. How's it going, Sarah?
How you doing?
Don't forget to sign up for the Remember You course. We're starting on Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sarah.
First two comments in this stream are the link to schedule a session with Pamela if you want to have a private or group session with her. And the second comment is for the Meet 'em in the Raw community where you can join and partake in the courses she's talking about.
My back hurts dance. Hey, Jennifer, let's see what she has to say.
She says, I'm wondering if you ever had to filter comments from the other side from being hurtful to a person who's getting the read. I'm sure not getting all partings are good terms. Just curious. Oh,
okay.
Good question.
Keep that question up there whilst I address it. That's a good point, Jennifer. It's in a way, but not the way you think. And so your loved ones who are heavenly, they will deliver a message that sometimes is hard for the person receiving it to take. But it's all about growth, and it's never negative. Not in that sense. It's not, there's no shaming. There's no guilt. There's no like, hey, you did a bad thing. There's pure understanding and awareness. And although the spirit world will guide their people oftentimes in directions that the person receiving the read is like, what? Wait, what? They say, what? You mean I should actually decide to go into a new relationship? What are you talking about, my dear husband or my dear wife? That'll tick somebody off.
Yeah.
Or what do you mean I was supposed to get another kitty cat? I haven't gotten over the last one that left. Your loved ones will guide you in a direction. And so that's pretty much people what can happen. What will oftentimes upset somebody is when they're given that, hey, move on with your life. You've got to do something.
Exactly. People have asked you in during session if so-and-so was still mad at them, if they had a bad relationship. And the truth is, the answer is no. Anger is something they leave behind.
Yes.
They don't have ego. They don't have anger. All they have is love and truth. Everything is just truth at this point for them. So, yeah, good question. Thank you for that comment.
I love Jennifer. That question, Jennifer.
Yeah, way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all keep jibber jabbering in the chat. You say and ask questions.
You guys can steer this
live. Keep us a little bit longer. Anyway, who else here in the chat has been having little back issues? Woohoo! I did a thing.
A thing happened. She did a thing.
Oh, I did a thing.
That's why housework just isn't worth it.
I lifted the couch to vacuum the German Shepherd hair, and because it had been so cold here last week, I'd not been having my proper workouts. And so I wasn't as limber and my muscles weren't as woohoo. And well, hello. I'm learning a little bit about back spasms.
I could have told you all about that.
It's a fun thing.
I wrote the book.
I'll be just fine. But breath and healing, whoo. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Advil as well, y'all. But we have had beautiful weather here. Now, hopefully it won't go to hot as hell right off the bat. By the way, we're in Jacksonville, Florida.
Can we still have some winter and then some spring? Can we just like push summer off a little bit? I don't like the summers here in Florida. I do love the spring and the fall. And winter's not too bad.
We didn't get that much of a fall this last year.
It kind of fell into the winter.
It just went hot, cold.
Pick a season to stick with it.
Warm for a second. Couple of nice days, and then, woo, hey, Florida.
By the way, let us know you guys are watching.
Cold, cold, cold.
I'm always curious where our people are watching from.
But we're in the 70s now.
It was like 80. According to my truck when I was driving around today, it was like
really.
So it was 80 degrees outside. Like, what? Very nice. Sarah says,
so nice to see you too.
It is nice to be seen.
Woohoo!
I'm tired of being invisible.
Like earthbound spirit.
I'm uncloaked.
Exactly. Excuse
That's
me.
it. That's a topic that we'll have to talk about sometime.
Yes, yes.
Earthbound spirits. There's,
We're absolutely going to.
we have a lot of history with that, as you may know. Cold Pennsylvania. Oh dear.
Oh, Pennsylvania in the house.
Pennsylvania.
Read the name, too.
Jennifer. Oh, that was Sandy. Jennifer says, I have 3 dogs. I feel your pain with the hair. LOL. I'm in Ponte Vedra. A beautiful day. Yeah. Ponte Vedra in the house.
Yes. Ponte Vedra in the house. Oh, what a beautiful space.
Yeah. We have a German Shepherd and we have a Doberman and we have 2 Yorkies.
Yes.
But that Shepherd.
Okay. It's really confusing because it went from hot to cold. And then when it got warm again. And so he keeps blowing his coat, growing his coat, blowing his coat. He's confused.
His fur's confused.
Palm Coast in the house.
Oh, hello
Yay.
down in Palm Coast.
Christy, hello.
Christy,
hello.
do we get snow? No, we never got snow in Jacksonville that I'm aware of. It did snow in parts of Florida like a week
had
ago.
A little frosty.
A week and a half ago. West Florida, like Pensacola area, got a lot of snow, but we didn't really get any. I don't think we got any flurries or anything here in Jacksonville.
Okay, in the comment section below, name your favorite word. And my word of the last little while has been, I've noticed it's gone through my mind and working with the spirit world and studying deeper esoteric knowledge, y'all. I've been going into the ancient realms and really looking at like the meaning and quantum physics and energy and many different levels here. And my word has been, I swear, interesting. 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 It's like that pondering word. How interesting. Getting information. Interesting. And so I'm like, okay, so what does interesting really mean? Where does it come from? Interest. Well, we could look at interest in a building up of money, right? Interest.
Yep.
Too as well. It was NRS, I believe, if I can recall my research. It didn't have a T to begin with in Latin origin. But that vibrational current of that word it's so interesting. In the way, I didn't mean to pun myself, but in that way of just in that study, and it just naturally, I'm not forcing and I'm not trying to say, it just is flowing through me. Interesting, intriguing is not it. It's interesting. And just like, more to think about, more to ponder on. But when you're taking that deep dive and that spiritual deep dive and really try to get to the meaning of all that is, it's important to listen with your heart. And so you're processing through your brain, but really try to turn on that heart because there's so much more magnetic, electrons and force coming through your heart, much more than your brain.
Really?
They've studied that. They know that. So the heart area is the seed of the soul. This is true spiritual intelligence. So I know.
I did not know
Change that up.
I learned something.
Isn't that
what have you learned,
word
Dorothy?
of the day? Isn't that
interesting?
So let's see.
The password is interesting.
Yes. So what is a word that's been flowing through you a lot lately? Put it in the comments. We're getting somewhere, y'all. Tap up. Let's go. Chitty chat chat. Let's move this chat along. Come on. We got conversation happening. There are some times where the word of the week or the year for me is like fuck.
Sometimes it's just the perfect word.
Or shit. Or
Yes, sometimes.
or what? Oh, let's see here. Jessica.
Aurora. Like the Aurora Borealis.
Ah, that's beautiful. I see a lot of colors with that.
Oh yeah.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that also the name of the princess and is it Sleeping
Aurora,
Beauty?
Aura.
Sleeping Beauty? Princess Aurora?
It'll mean something different.
No one knows what's going on, LOL.
Say what now?
No one knows what's going on, Sarah says.
Oh, so that's not one word though, Sarah. One word that will totally, because it's usually one word when you really ponder upon it.
I don't have a word.
When think about it. Know thyself and all will be revealed, y'all. Think about it. Everybody has words, and it's not always the same word. Christy
says integrity.
Integrity. So that's important to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a part of Okay, that's important to you, right? Integrity, aurora. I love that. Yeah, I think of aurora. I think of beautiful, like chakra colors and the beautiful sky and the stars and such like that. But everybody's going to think something different. Integrity. That's a word of importance vibrationally too, as well. That is sound, sound and frequency. What I mean by sound is firm, solid, balanced, integrity, 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 inte.
I like it.
Yeah, so I always like to break words down and do little studies too, as well, as far as the origin and the meaning and the origin. Yeah, that's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Because as an empath, the words have power.
Right.
And that's why we were talking about earlier. We protect our comment section.
We would be surprised where
You
a
can
lot
take me out with words.
You'd be surprised where the origin of a lot of words that we use every day come from.
Mhm. Yeah, but even knowing, so when you hear the word, you can feel the word, the vibrational current of the word, the frequency of the word. Also, to bound with the word is the thought and the feeling of other humans, other people who have actually used the word. And if you're putting something up, read it. And
Well, I
read
don't
it
want to
to me.
interrupt you.
Oh, you can leave it up there. Go ahead.
Sarah says consistency.
Consistency.
I put it up there, and then you started going off on a.
While I'm
a
still
stream of
talking
thought.
about something, you can leave it up there. I'm going to talk about consistency. Consistency. Yeah, that's.
We get some good words coming in.
I say consistency. So that's your soul guiding you to keep on that path, right? I need to be consistent. I need to have that momentum, that spiritual momentum to keep me going. I'm in a good place and I'm going to be consistent with it. So, hello, we're playing a fun little game with the spirit world. That's beautiful. You can learn a little bit about yourself here. Oh, you might already know. Just validate that up.
Okay, ready for the next word?
Yes.
Jennifer says gratitude.
Gratitude. Yes.
It's a good word.
That's been on my word list. And so here's the guidance when y'all wake up in the morning. So you really want to chit chat with your higher self, right? Okay. That is your soul. That is a spark of the divine. And when you wake up, the first thing out of your mind, your thought and your awareness should be, I love and I'm connected. Okay. So before your feet hit the ground, before you even roll over, set the stage for the day and breathe in. And that's that gratitude. Where did it go? Whilst I'm talking, I'll tell you to just okay.
Well, if I'm going to make a short out of it, I don't want the word on the screen. So I'm thinking about post-production.
Oh,
so
well.
Without.
Maybe don't think about production whilst I'm doing this because you may not have anything to produce.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So when you wake in the morning, think of your higher self because it is the soul that powers the body, right? And tap into and really in that command of who you are, the spark of the divine, and that power that resides within you. And that power is a powerful force of love, gratitude. That is of the same vibrational current. And that's a way to raise your frequency when you're in a very low and dark, depressed state. It's a way to get there, right? So if you're really dark, it's like we have to fake it till we make it for a moment, but to look around for things that we're grateful for, I tell you what, it makes all the difference in the world. Okay, next.
All right, Sandy's word is fate.
Fate. All right. That's a word that's been flowing through you, fate. Well, I love that because a lot of that, when I see fate, I actually feel acceptance. I feel destiny. I feel possibility. Because of the point of free will. So we don't really know what the fate is until decisions are made and then the effects. So the cause and effect and that fate. What will your fate be? So you're paying close attention to actually natural law, cause and effect, which is brilliant. Brilliant. See, I've been taking deep dives with the spirit world, y'all.
I do have a word now, by the way.
Excellent.
Okay, let's get to Christie's, which is love.
Love. The top of the ladder, y'all. That's the top right there. That love energy. And so here's the thing. If you are upset with somebody or if they're upset with you and you're having what we call a shitstorm and all hell's breaking loose, right? and you know that you really love them, but at the moment you really hate them because that's on the same energy line right there. Love and hate is one of the same. It's just transmuting it either, transmuting that hate to the love, and through that moment of coming back to raise your frequency a little bit and remember that you love that person. Think about this. What would you think if you had to write their obituary?
Oh, deep.
Right. But that's the way I've always operated in my life, which is why I've never wanted to part ways with people on bad terms, because that's where the rubber meets the road. That's where you really find the true love and how you truly feel about them. So when you think about that, that's how you truly feel about that person. Because when you write an obituary, so it's not like you're wanting the person to drop or anything like that, but it's really bringing you back to center and the importance of that person in your life. Even though you're spitting nails and you're very angry and maybe they did something horribly abusive to you and things were wrong and things were bad. But when you think about that moment of, if this is the last time I'm going to see you again, I really don't want to part in these ways. So if you can very quickly shift that'll take you to that love energy super fast, because very quickly you're going to be thinking about wonderful things about that person.
Right.
And that gratitude. Yeah.
Brilliant. My word is trust.
Trust. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I've had a lot of trust in the spirit world lately, and belief in them that they're going to.
So I think that's like, trust is really that warrior's call to action.
Yeah.
You see, the spiritual warrior, if you will. And what I mean by spiritual warrior, I mean that spiritual power, not in the airy-fairy way, y'all, because the spiritual power is pretty profound and pretty large, pretty badass. So I see trust when you can really, that vibrational current and the frequency of the word trust really has meat on the bones. It's like, ooh.
And it's part of trust.
It's not light.
Right.
Now, just really let it resonate with you for a moment. Trust. And try to give, it's interesting when we're looking at words like this and feeling the vibrational current, the frequency of these words, very quickly your mind, and that's why I say really listen from the heart area and that eternal space, right? Because you will have a relationship with every word. And again, that's why I say words are complicated and they're very powerful. That's the power, because they carry the energy of the emotion of those who spoke it and felt it and experienced it, right? And so real quickly, and to really identify to the core of that, the true meaning of that word, sometimes you're going to have to be like that warrior and see your relationship to that word, or the cumulative of all humanity, their relationship with that word, because trust has a lot of negative energy surrounding it. Because typically you will hear in our world today that, who can you trust? Or I lost trust, or it really, and so to actually transmute that to a more positive ways to get to the core of that, basically write the obituary on the word. Okay, let's see. More, please.
We commuted to trust fund.
Hey, Jesse.
Jesse, celestial.
Good celestial.
Word. Good word.
Angelic, heavenly, higher vibration, higher frequency. And really just say the word, think the word, you feel it.
Yeah.
But it depends on your relationship with the word too as well. Celestial beings, which is real, but also too, I see the beauty of all the universes.
Yeah, that refers to planets and stuff too. So
I see that. That's like celestial. If that's your word, that is expansion. You are expanding, advancing in universal awareness. It's beautiful.
It's a vast word.
I love that.
Yeah, very good job, Jesse. All right, Sarah says, I just watched a video this morning about how the vocal cords vibrate for different words and the way the energies ripple.
Oh, yes. And so it's created as the soul powers the body, and the soul is powering the body. That frequency of which you are, like, to me, I know immediately the tell of a person is in their voice. You know that. It's like one of my little superpowers, spiritual superpowers, because that is it's blended with the physical and the earthbound state of which we are as well, because it is the physical body. But you'll be able to hear whether or not the person is tuned in to that soul knowledge. You'll be able to hear even through the tone of the voice, even if they're saying something like, I'm going to eat tacos for dinner, you can actually hear through that or feel through that frequency. How shall I put this? The true mood, even if they've got a smile on their face and they love Taco Bell, you see, even if they try to, it's very interesting. I know that would be another 3-hour conversation. That's why I take pause and I'm like, well, we could go down that rabbit hole, but that's beautiful. I love that, Sarah. Beautiful.
Yeah. Ruth's word is listen.
Listen.
Good word.
Yes. Listen. And when so interesting exercises the spirit world will guide me to is hearing, so sitting out on my porch and hearing beyond, like separating the birds, the squirrels, the cars, what kind of car, the motorcycles, the if people are walking, and if they're coming up, just really tuning your ears. Because if you really tune your physical ears and practice listening, you'll find out as the soul powers the body, you're quite by accident tuning your spiritual gift of hearing. Or when you listen to an orchestra or a beautiful piece of classical music that has a lot of instruments. This is something I did way back when with the sensitive lessons on the gift of hear, y'all. Listen to it and see then which instrument that you can follow throughout the whole song.
Yeah, we did an experiment with that once to a piece of music called The Kiss from the soundtrack from Last of the Mohicans, which is a beautiful piece of music. And there's a fiddle at the beginning of it, and then the rest of the song builds, but the fiddle continues the whole song, but it kind of gets lost in the music in the middle of the song. But if you listen for it, it's there the whole time.
It's there the whole
time. Playing
the
same melody over and over again. Yeah.
And that's a good exercise to practice. Yeah. So that's cool with you. You are working on really hearing. And that's a powerful spiritual tool there. I tell you, listening. So that's, yep. Keep it rolling.
And husbands have a special version of that. It's called selective listening.
I think we all do, though, actually. We all do.
Jennifer's like, so what is local haunts? Your hat. Sorry, off topic.
Oh, no problem. Not off topic at all.
Local haunts is what started all this.
Yeah.
It's a TV show that ran here in Jacksonville from 2010 until like 2020. We pulled
something like that.
We haven't done any investigations locally. It's like 4 years. We took when the pandemic happened. We kind of
the pants off y'all again because let me tell you, we're back. So it's very interesting in that you bring that up, Christy, because the spirit world was educating me over this last week, saying your local haunts is making a comeback, Pamela. And you know what my response was?
What's that? Bring it.
What's my word?
What was your word? We have so many words.
Interesting. I knew you would get it.
Interesting.
It was
interesting.
So I love that word for me lately because it I can expand my thought around it to where it could be so this way and that way and that way and that way. Okay. So
there is a Local Haunts channel, by the way. If you want to find it, it's on our YouTube. We have our other channel. It's called Local Haunts
But we're also uploading Local Haunts episodes too, as well, to mediumintheraw.com. And so, stay tuned. Make sure you're a part of our community, Medium in the Raw spiritual community. You're not going to miss a beat. That was my first step out the gate, y'all. As a medium, and really I was born out of the earthbound realms and really helping what people would call ghosts transition. And that's kind of like a natural thing for me. It's kind of it's hard, but it's easy.
She's the ghost whisperer.
Very interesting. Yes.
She is the real freak of nature ghost whisperer. I mean, for real. Yeah. Because she sees them and hears them. Okay. It's not like I feel there's somebody over here. She's like, there's a dude standing right there. I see him. It's that easy. Yeah. When I was doing local haunts for years before I met Pamela, and then I pulled her on to local haunts because when I saw what she can do, because
I'm like, wait, that's my private
she didn't
side.
want. She didn't want to
That's
have
my
anything to do with
private
that.
side.
But when I saw what she can do, I'm like, my God, what's it's not a ghost hunt anymore. It's like, there he is. There he is. There he is. So yeah, it's amazing because we would validate that
Yes.
as well on camera. So it was pretty amazing. So yeah, you watch episodes of Local Hunts. Local Hunts Show is the channel, or you can watch them on memeandrawall.com.
Yes. And Ruthie is saying, hey, take us on one. Yeah, we've done quite a few public. We've done Ripley's.
The Florida Theater.
We did Bolt City Brewery.
Yeah, the Florida Theater. We did
Florida
a Halloween
Theater.
investigation there. We did the Bolt City Brewery. We did
open to the public.
The Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, St. Augustine. Yeah.
So we're back, y'all. Keep your eye out. That's why I say if you ever want to know what the heckaroo we're up to, boom. mediumandtheraw.com, spiritual community. You're never going to miss a beat. Sometimes you're not going to be notified if you're subscribed to YouTube channel, but do subscribe because he's trying to get to 3,000. Let's go. Hey, if you're watching, subscribe. But you'll always be notified on our community here. And you can download the app, the Medium and the Raw app. So that way you can actually have push notifications too as well. So when we are doing local haunts, paranormal house calls, and we're unfolding that again, we'll be filming for that too as well.
Awesome.
We've got a lot of really exciting things up and coming this year. It is 2025 is very much a year for everybody to either jump on that boat, spiritually speaking, or it's going to be light or dark. Y'all pay attention. This is what's happening. And I believe after our Remember You course, I'm going to do another course on our community, really focusing in on what in the world is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And so we will be in Ocala several times this year.
Mm-hmm.
To come, news to come, information to come.
Yep.
You got the words.
Yeah, we're doing a private group down there Monday down in Ocala. We have a friend who owns a place called Brown and Brown Farm and Country Store.
Beautiful.
And they have
my lovely Brit.
Yes.
Suzanne. I am totally a Brit fanatic. Yep. I love everything British. I love everything British shows. I love the accent. I love the people. I am like the
manor homes.
I've always been that way. I love the movies. I love the shows. And to have a friend that's a Brit is like
she geeks out. It's
I'm
pretty
a total
cool.
geek.
So yeah, we'll be there for a private event. We'll should be doing a gallery reading Monday night, and then that's private. But then we're doing more big ones.
Yeah.
To come.
That's not Monday. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm sorry. I got the date wrong.
You got the date wrong.
But we're doing
keep your shit straight.
But we are doing we'll be announcing them. Yes. Open to the public, big things down in Ocala at the Brown and Brown Farm and Country Store.
Yes. So really truly helping those who are lost souls, those who are earthbound. We're earthbound before we leave the physical, right? And that means we're, or we don't know something tragic and we're not in tune with our spiritual self anyway. And there's nothing wrong with it because even when we leave our physical body, regardless of what's going on, we still have the angels, masters, and guides surrounding us and helping us. And nobody's ever left alone. And so even those who call them ghosts and they're stuck there, they're not stuck there by themselves. I see not just the one who is earthbound, the person who's decided not to leave the physical plane yet. But they do have their family members, their loved ones, the angels, masters, and guides around them because they're still in that earthbound state and still like what most of us are here on the earth plane. Oftentimes they're unaware of the help and the spiritual side of things. And it's just basically very, very easy. All you gotta do is say, yo, you're dead but not dead, go light its heaven. And I tell you, that is the master key. That wakes them up, and that spark of the divine, they spark real quick because it's very interesting because I see sparks fly seriously in that awareness. I see it around everybody's heads too. When people are thinking, they go, aha, I can see the spark. She's
often like, what you thinking? Why? Because I see the sparks coming out of your head.
Literally.
I'm pretty sure that the idea of the light bulb over somebody's head, when you get an idea, that is based on people like you that can see people thinking.
Well, I can see energy, so why wouldn't I see the energy coming out of your head?
Right. Oh, before you change the subject.
Yes.
If you're new to us,
yes,
pick up my book, The Scary People.
Yes.
It's on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description or in the comments here. It tells you all about how Pamela and I met, about local haunts.
Beautiful story.
So yeah, I'm copying this. Gonna put it here in the comments.
Look at you, all masterful.
I know, right? Oh,
There you go.
multitasking and such.
You are
There
driving.
You go. There you go. So yeah, there's the link
Yeah.
to pick up a copy of The Scary People, the true story of my haunted life.
Yes.
It takes place about my childhood, what got me into the paranormal, how I met this freak of nature, working together.
Yep.
It's amazing stuff. So yeah, pick up the book.
Amazing. Well, hey, last week I went 45 minutes ish. This week, I think, even though we said the show would be an hour,
Yeah.
I think we're rolling right about 45.
Look at that.
'Cause
Interesting.
We are complete.
Interesting. Full circle.
Interesting.
And scene.
Insane. I will see y'all Sunday, 11 a.m. Remember, you course on mediumintheraw.com. Be there, be square.
And again, if you want to schedule a session with Pamela Theresa,
Yes.
go to PamelaTheresa.com. Comments in the comment section, you'll find the link to
Yes.
schedule a session with her, and she can do Zoom sessions or in person if you're in the
Kick out
Jacksonville
the
area.
read.
Exactly. Put the woman to work. That's her day job.
What?
It keeps her off the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Or celestial or aurora.
My word is dingle.
Aurora.
Dingle hopper.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Little Mermaid.
Oh. All right, y'all. Have a really good night. I love you so much. We will see you next Tuesday live here on this channel here. But also, too, go to mediumintheraw.com. I'll see you Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Love you. Mwah.
Yep.
Carry on.
Like, subscribe, all the YouTubey stuff. Love you guys.